6 minutes left. Was there anything notable that really stood out to you? Obviously, you guys were hitting shots and getting stops, but what do you think was kind of the X factor there in that last 6 minutes that carried over into overtime?
Yeah, I think it's a belief in each other, a belief in what we could do. I thought the fight, the guys just brought it. They competed. And they banded together, executed really well down the stretch there. I just told them I thought we got great contributions up and down the roster. I thought Sion, his ability to guard Ingram, to give him different looks, to go under, to go over, his physicality was just really good. And I thought the shift activity around it was great too, to try to bother him and make everything difficult because he's a heck of a player. And they have a good rhythm going right now. His offensive rebound obviously was huge to be able to tie the game up. Liam came in and got a steal and a left-hand finish on the break. So I can go down the whole roster. Colin, I thought, gave us some really good minutes too. So I just think the fight of the team, the fight, the belief in one another, understanding how prepared they are for the moment. And it was good to see us just execute and be able to come away after we played a ton of really close games. You start to see the group, start to gain some confidence in those moments.
If possible, could you walk us through the play when you guys are down 3 on the Con left corner 3, and just your impressions of how he was able to hit such a tightly contested shot there?
Yeah, sure. Try not to give you the whole scouting report on it. So.
You can be vague.
Number one, Sion did a really good job of understanding the timing and his options as we go through it. But him coming to the corner, I thought Miles set a really good screen. He was open. He hesitated for a second, I think, just to freeze the defender to see what he was going to do, and the rest is history. I thought that was a big-time moment for him, especially, maybe didn't play as well as he wanted to throughout the whole game. But in the biggest moments, I know that he has no fear, which was great.
You guys go down 15 too early. You call a timeout. And can you just talk about kind of what was said in that huddle there that allowed you guys to come out and fight back and then have the fight that you talked about later on?
Yeah, I think it's less about what I said, and I think it's, credit to the players, understanding coming off of a back-to-back. I think just trying to shake off some of the cobwebs or the fog or something like that, and then they got themselves back into motion. I thought that our guys that come off the bench did a great job of kind of giving us a boost, energy-wise and spirit-wise, changing the coverages, I think helped a ton too, because I thought, the starters were just a little sluggish to start, but they've ended up finding their way and contributing throughout the game as well.
You talked pregame about the minutes for Melo and Brandon Miller. I mean, the fourth quarter overtime, I'm sure a part of you wanted to put them in the game. What about that, and how do you, again, make sure that you manage those minutes the right way for those guys, even in a game like this when you want to probably put them in to try to win the game?
Yeah, you just have to, I think, keep the process, the long-term vision in mind, even when you're in these moments. We want to win this game, obviously. Every game we want to win really badly, and I think that those two guys obviously help you do it, but we do have really good depth, and so you lean on that depth in moments like this, and the maturity of those two guys to understand that there is a bigger picture and trying to maximize their availability. I thought they did a good job of staying engaged, even if they had to sit out for longer stretches than they're used to, and then when they come in the game, they had an impact. I thought that was huge for them, and I look at this box score, and I'm glad that they're where they at, and we'll see how they recover after their first back-to-back in a while. So really happy with the process and also their approach and maturity to dealing with it.
Toronto came into this game one of the better teams in the league at scoring in transition, getting out and running. You guys held them to 13 fast break points in this game. What did you like about your specific defensive playing on that end of the floor?
Yeah, were those 13 points at the beginning of the game when we were down 15-2? Because it felt like they were running by us to start the game. And I just think, again, the guys did a really good job of just adjusting to what that pace was going to feel like. Even when I look at a box score and see that we only had 9 turnovers, that also just helps you stay out of some of those transition opportunities. And I thought that our shot selection also tried to help with that as well. You take some wild shots, the floor is not spaced or balanced the way it should. It puts you in a tough position. But I think they did a really good job of adjusting. We watched some transition clips at halftime, and taking care of the basket was going to be really important. Even after a make, not relaxing. Even the one where I think we scored and Miles has got to sprint back, and Mamouche Kalashvili tries to drive it at him and he fouls him. So just their awareness, their next play mentality just got better and better as the game went on, and I thought that they had less opportunities.
72 hours ago, you sat in this chair and your players came up here and there was an air of frustration in the room. What does it say about your group and the coaching staff as a whole about how you guys have responded after losing that game to the Knicks?
Yeah, that's the character of this group. And like I said, even on that day or the next day, I think we have an elite process. I think that everyone comes in this building with the mindset to get better every day. They approach the work that they need to with the right intensity, the right togetherness. And so it was a little surprising to me that on game night, we weren't seeing that same type of competitiveness and focus and togetherness. And I think that they just rebounded. And I believe that that's who this group is and who each one of them wants to be. And we'll see if we can just keep it going and be a man of our word and keep backing it up with our actions.